Yes. Oh boy, we are back, lads. We are back for live watch alongs. Oh, how I have missed yous. How I have missed yous. How I have missed yous. These are going to be good. We could be here for a while. Yep, all sounds good on my end. Yeah. Chris Congo against Usman. Oh, man. So we got this fight. Then we got Riakporhe versus Glowacki. And then we're into the main event. Now, I planned on going live earlier, but I wanted to cover the Parker fight and do a review for it because two reasons. One, I wanted to see how Parker looks, and second of all, he does tend to do pretty good views. So I said I'd he said I'd have a look. I said I'd have a look, and honestly, I wasn't impressed. Didn't look impressive to me. I wasn't exactly pleased with how Parker looked at all. So yeah, look, there's that. And I thought, to be honest with you, that fight wouldn't last as long as it did. I thought Parker would find a way to pull a stoppage out. Evidently, I was wrong. So, echo Usman. Oh, man. I look forward to this fight. This fight's going to be good. I really don't know who I have in this. I probably would favor Usman, to be honest with you, just slightly, because I've seen Congo look good, but I've also seen him look not so good. So I'm kind of a bit, that sort of way, lads, when you're kind of like, is he, isn't he? But I'm looking forward to this fight. I think the Glowacki versus Riakporhe fight, I'm not really looking forward to that one, to be honest with you, because I kind of have a fair idea. I know how that fight's going to go, and I have a fair idea. I know it's probably not going to last all that long, truth be told. I think it's going to be a fairly run-of-the-mill win for Richard Riakporhe because Glowacki has been, look, man, he's been done for a while now. So I'm more looking forward to this fight and, of course, the main event. The main event, and yes, I have paid for this whilst we're waiting for the announcements to get to the chat. Thanks for all the content, G-Man, as one of your early subscribers. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. Hoping for 10K tonight. I hope so too, my man. I hope so too. We are, we're about 88. No, sorry. Are we trying to do my math here? We're about 92 subs off. 92. If I could do that tonight, I'm hoping, I know it's going to sound bad, but I'm hoping for a controversial fight. So we can do an immediate kind of live after. And hopefully that could do it. I know it sounds bad, but I'm hoping for kind of that. Always Ali Drew. Yep, thanks for that. Come on, Eubank. Which fight is on now? Chris Congo versus Usman. Quality channel, this one. Jeffrey says here, quality channel. And for some reason, it's not letting me highlight the chat, which, you just got to love StreamYard sometimes. You really do. It's a pain in the ass sometimes. Have you well, it's happening now, man. It's happening now. Having a row with his bird. Sorry for delay. No rows, no anything. It's just purely I wanted to get a review out for the Parker fight. And now we have this. Reese Cooper says, G-Man, how are you doing, G-Man? On fire. Yeah, we've been busy this week, haven't we? And it ain't gonna end, man. It ain't stopping. I'm a busy G. I'm doing as much as I can. Do you know what they've done, right? They've really made it more difficult. They really have, because I had to use one of the older ones earlier because although I paid for this, I needed to get a thumbnail for the Parker fight. And, oh man, you forget some of those sites that are now gone, unfortunately, they made it so easy. Some of the other ones, I mean, oh, Jesus Christ, they make it so hard. Found your channel through Punch Perfect. Jamie, big up to him. Love your videos, bro. Keep it up. Thank you, my man. Thank you. Big up to Jamie every time. Hopefully we get him in the building at some point. Hopefully he's in the chat. Big up to all them. So, we got Congo versus Usman. Howard Foster's the referee, lads. Oh, that could go whatever way. Now, here's the interesting thing. Is that Ben Davison? That boxer-sized Ben in Chris Congo's corner, because Ben Davison hasn't had a fighter take an L. Is that Ben Davison? Yes, it is. Ben Davison hasn't had a fighter take an L since 2016. It's been a while. So Congo takes the L tonight. And he nearly took an L a few times last year, Ben Davis nearly took it with Lee Wood, who's back out on the undercard of O'Hara Davis versus Lewis Ritson. It's a good fight. It's a good fight. Matt G was watching from Barbados. See, Matt, Eddie Hearn can say he's global, but your boy is also global, all around the world. All right, bell goes, and straight away Congo on the jab. Congo is a very lanky, very spider-like. You know, Craig Richards calls himself Spider. Chris Congo could get away with using that name. So he's very lanky. G-Man, when were you fighting as a boxer? Were you any good? Truthfully, no, because I don't think I ever really had the commitment to try and get better, to be honest with you, mate. And the last time was 2019. Since then, I've not hit a bag, done anything. I do miss it a bit, but Chris Congo off balance there from a body shot from Usman. It wasn't hurt. It was just, that was a balance shot. Just sent him stumbling back a bit. But lively start to this fight, lads. Lively start. I was worried about this fight now, I have to say, that it would start sluggish and slow. But both guys coming out, they're popping the jab, but they're popping power shots off as well. So there's not a lot of feeling out. That was what I was afraid of, that we might see a bit of a sparring session for the first couple of rounds. But Chris Congo pawn with the jab and looking to counter over the top of that right hand. But Usman definitely doing a good job, staying nice and compact, staying nice and low, and landed some body shots when he gets the chance. Because whenever Congo stands a bit upright, he's got that big, long frame there, and he does put himself off balance a bit, which is one of the reasons why he stumbled so bad when he was hitting the body the first time. Oh, right hand's going in there. Usman with his chin a bit too high in there. He's going to want to be careful with that. He's not going to want to come in with his chin up that high, asking to be countered with a right hand or a hook on the inside. But big right hand from Usman. Congo took that well. Got through the jab. Lively start from both guys in this first round. Really, really lively. Really, really liking this. Oh, big uppercut there from Congo. Both guys letting their hands go. Right hand on the inside goes in from Chris Congo. Both guys really letting their hands go in this round. No feeling out whatsoever. Lively start here. Lively start. I'm liking what I'm seeing. Hard to split them as well. Both guys have had their success, but look at that. Nice little body attack from Usman. Misses, but he comes in with a body attack. So he made something out of that combination in the end. Right hand just misses over the top by Chris Congo. And back to using the jab. He's trying to take center ring, but Usman's not letting him. He's moving him back with his jab, but he's pushing him back. He's actually taking him off balance. So he's having to go back a bit in straight lines, which I don't think he wants to do. And this is only in the first round. Very good start to this fight. Very impressed by both guys. Lead left hook fail there from Congo. He's going to want to be careful leading with a shot like that against someone smaller as well. Be very careful. Because as compact as Usman is, he can get underneath that, or he can roll to the side and he can land his shots. And he's already had some success in this first round. Very interesting first round. No feeling out. Right hand lands just barely. Just through the guard there from Congo to end this first round. Very, very lively, very good start. Lively start to the first round. Very impressed. Very, very impressed. I'll be frank, lads, I was worried about that a bit. I was expecting a bit of a cagey affair to begin with. I was expecting both guys to come out very slow, bit of a jabbing match, bit of a boxing match, but both guys came out pretty aggressive. That's what I like to see. That is certainly what I like to see. And let's have a look. So, the kind of shot, that was a good right hand. Now, Congo took it well. Now, bear in mind, Chris Congo has been down from people like, his name escapes me, Michael McKinson. Now, Michael McKinson is not a noted puncher, I should say. Maybe not. Maybe he has better power than we think. But in terms of being a noted puncher, he's definitely not that. So I wonder how sturdy the whiskers are for Chris Congo. Definitely a very entertaining first round. I enjoyed that first round. So here we go into the second round. Let's see, is it much of the same? Or will we see both guys try and settle into this fight? Nope, looks like we're getting more of the same. Both guys coming out, letting their hands go straight away, which is good, what we want to see. Now, Chris Congo has shown that he's a very good long-range boxer, an excellent long-range boxer when he wants to be. But that depends on the level of the opponent. He put himself off balance again there. He needs to have a look at the way his feet positioning are. Because that's bad luck for the judges. And he takes a couple of jabs as well in return from Usman. Because I think if you have your feet off, another jab goes in. Very accurate jab from Usman. Congo, no head movement. And the jab from him is missing. But nice little body shot from Chris Congo and a nice little step out to the side. Both guys showing what they can do in this second round, but another swing and a miss from Chris Congo. And a good body shot again. Whatever he's hitting, he's finding the target with, whether it be head or body. Usman is. And Congo is dipping down, so he's actually taking away a bit of his height when he does that. So he's actually losing his height. And there you go. You see again, the feet weren't planted, the footwork is a bit off. So when the shot goes in, it puts him off balance. And again, when a judge sees that, it can, but a lead uppercut goes in. I think Congo took it well. Some more combinations going. Both these guys are not playing around, guys. They ain't effing around, as Canelo Alvarez would say. A big combination missed. That could have floored Congo if he got hit by that. Tell me what you guys in the chat are thinking when you watch this, because I'm enjoying this fight so far. Very good. Congo walked into that shot, but don't think it had much power on it. Hence why he's still standing and trading. But Usman definitely the more aggressive of the two. And he's having more success. Congo's just trying to box, but Usman's not letting him. And he's actually at long range, although Congo has the height and reach, Usman is getting the better of the jabbing contest by the looks of things. He's landing the more jabs. Congo's jabs aren't landing. And then again, good jab from Usman. And Congo has to reset. And he misses with a right hand. So Usman doing very, very well. And the winner would fight Marku. Marku, I think, is going down to 140. He's going down to 140, I heard him say. I wouldn't fancy him against Usman, to be honest, which I think Usman would beat Florian Marku. I think he would. Marku earned the draw. But again, the jab from Usman, I mean, Congo's the one trying to establish the jab, but Usman's jab is a lot more consistent in this fight. It's a lot better as well by the looks of things. Really fighting a good fight. He's 2 rounds up, in my opinion, after this second round. Definitely. Good start to this contest, lads. I am still stoked for the main event. But this is a good fight. So far, so good. We've had 2 good rounds. Reasonably happy. Reasonably happy. Reasonably happy. And Sky Sports, again, as always, they sure do love the ads in between rounds. They love the old ads in between rounds. I'm just looking at the comments here. A lot of people are agreeing and saying, no, Parker didn't look good, didn't look good. Yeah, a lot of comments on that video saying Parker didn't look good. I didn't think he looked particularly good at all in that fight, to be told. I didn't think he looked good. I think Parker looked done. Chris Billum-Smith ringside. A lot of the boxing fraternity is out for this fight. I see Josh Taylor has put his fight back with Jack Cattrall. Despite the fact, right? Despite the fact. He said it's a foot injury and he was standing up, not a problem, not a bother. Look, no problem with the foot injury at the arena tonight. So God only knows. That fight, just get it over with and get it done and let both guys move on. Oh, interesting. Matthew Mack, viewers' verdict. No, they have Congo up 2 rounds. No, I don't. I have it the other way around. I think Usman won both rounds. Didn't give Congo a round yet. How do you in the chat have it? Because if that was Matthew Macklin's, I'd be like, all right, Sky, Sky versus BT, or who we're going to get with that. And I wonder if Usman has that in his mind, knowing that he's on a Sky show and he's a Queensbury fighter. So I wonder if that's playing on his mind as well, and he's being a bit more aggressive, thinking, I got to put a beating on this guy or get him out of there. But Congo back on the jab. The jab looks a bit better in this round, and his distance control is a little bit better as well. Eubank 3rd round KO. Could happen. Right hand goes in from Congo. Not much power behind it. But doing a lot better by the looks of things in this 3rd round. Having a bit more success than he had in the previous. Definitely. Maybe he's starting to figure out some of the angles that Usman's coming from. And again, misses, but he misses with his own combination as well, making Usman fall short. Wasn't able to capitalize and punish. Right hand goes in from Congo there. Wonder if Usman felt that. He might very well have. Congo, not the biggest puncher in the world, but he hits hard enough to get your respect, certainly at British level. Much better round from Chris Congo this round. Seems to be really, you just using his boxing. I think he's finding the range a lot better now than he was earlier on. He looked a bit like a fish out of water earlier on, truth be told. You know, I think he was getting bet to the jab. Usman was having success up close. He's just got the high guard up now, and is looking to just find a way in. He's looking to find a way past that reach. Swinging like that's not going to help you. Interesting. Settle down a bit here in the third, and it's definitely more around that Chris Congo is doing more of what he wants to do. Much better performance in this third round from Chris Congo. He's winning this round big. Body shot goes in though from Usman, but he gets caught with a left hook. There we go. The left hook he was looking to land in the last round. Congo finally lands it. Couldn't do it there though. He wised onto it to Usman. Again, some very good work in this third round from Chris Congo. 10 seconds left in the round. Two-one. That's definitely Chris Congo's round. So I wonder what Ben Davison said to him in between rounds to get him to go out. He looks to have a little bit more of what he wants to do. Chris Eubank Jr., stoic face, getting his hands wrapped. I can't wait for this fight, lads. Honestly, I can't wait for this fight. This fight's going to be fun. This fight is going to be fun as Paul Smith looks on as Eubank Jr. gets his hands wrapped. I am excited, lads. I'm excited about this fight. I think because there's no title on the line and there's no, like, it is a big fight, but it's not that big. I hope we don't get all the, you know when you have the big fights and you're just, especially when it's a morning fight, you know when it's in the States, like Canelo, and you're tired and you kind of want the fight to happen and they say it's going to be a 4 a.m. start and it's 4 a.m. ring walks, but the ring walks take 15 goddamn minutes per fighter, plus the national anthems, and you're just like, please let the fight just happen, please. And it ends up going 12 rounds, and you're just, it's bright now, so it's like, it's bright now. That's what I don't like. That's when it becomes hard, because sometimes you stay up all night, like I did for Kambosos Haney. That wasn't easy. That was not an easy. That was a hard one. I'm not gonna lie. That was a hard one. That was a hard night, because I stayed up all night for that, and it wasn't easy. That wasn't easy. Fourth round underway with 2 minutes, 20 seconds to go in the fourth round. So Usman's come out a lot more aggressive in this fourth round. I think he knows himself, okay, I got outboxed the last round. I didn't do much. I need to find a way to get past Congo's reach, because he's starting to put a bit more pepper on the jab. He's finding his distance with the jab now, and I'm not having the success I was having. Who's winning? At this minute in time, I would say Usman is 2-1 up. So he won the first two, but Congo's winning this round. Big right hand from Congo goes in. Big right hand. Congo doing a lot better. Yeah, but sometimes I find it just easier to stay up. Do you know that, mate? So it depends. I stayed up for Kambosos. I didn't for Canelo, but I woke up for Canelo. And to be honest, I actually probably would have. I probably should have just stayed up. It was easier. Yeah, Congo really starting to just get into his boxing more now. Oh, right hand goes in again from Congo. Like Usman, he had a lot of energy in the first 2 rounds, and he was able to actually have success with his own jab. I haven't seen him throw the jab much in these last 2 rounds. I wonder if that's an issue now, because he was having success. Oh, good shot again, go in from Chris Congo. Excellent work here. And a massive looping overhand right from Usman, nowhere near the target. I wonder, is he going to start getting, seriously, would he start getting desperate and just start swinging haymakers right now? Oh, that's messy up close. Very messy up close from both guys. But Congo again, back trying to take center ring. Nice little shoot of an uppercut there, trying to get it through the guard of Usman. And he's just able to turn Usman and get back on the jab. Doing very well here again in this fourth round is Chris Congo. And if even if he just does this, he'll probably win the fight. Because it doesn't look to me there's a lot that Usman has to fall back on, truth be told. Not a lot by the looks of things. Oh, nice little combination there from Usman, but nothing really came of it at the end of the fourth round. True dedication. True dedication is the word, man. True dedication is the word. Now, I just want to, as I said, I want to just grow this channel, and by doing a couple of these watch-alongs helps, then all the more to it. That's what we're going to do. We keep doing it. We keep the watch-alongs going. 61 in the building and 34 likes. If you could, smash the like button. Help your boy out. Help get this a little bit higher in the algorithm so we can go from 61 to 261 in the chat. That's the hope. That's the hope. You know, when I see Ade do his live watch-alongs, I'm like, there are some crazy numbers. Hopefully we can get something, even if we can get close to that, get it into maybe 100, 200 people. Who knows? That'd be pretty sweet, lad. That'd be pretty sweet. You ain't gonna lie. Boy, ain't gonna lie. That'd be pretty sweet. But if you could smash the like button, help your boy out. So we go into the fifth round. Just kicked off there. Usman's gonna have to change the game up a bit because Congo is starting to take the initiative. He's looking a bit better in there. I think he's going to start to take control now as the rounds progress because Usman doesn't seem to have, and again, Congo able to get out of dodge, doesn't seem to have much in the bank in the way of a plan B. What worked for him at the start of the fight for the first 2 rounds doesn't seem to be working for him now, although he is trying to get a bit more aggressive. But Congo holds, backs him up to the ropes, uses his size advantage. And there's not a lot Usman can do when he's backed up like that to the ropes. Howard Foster's just going to end up breaking them. So it gives Chris Congo a chance to reset, to go back into the center of the ring and start using that jab again. Lands a right hand. Usman again, missing a combination, struggling to get close on Chris Congo. It's appreciated, man. The Sky commentary is dogger. Yeah, I'd well believe it. Where is Adam Smith? I was thought he'd be back by now, but nope, he ain't back. I might talk about that tomorrow in Review of the Week. I don't think he's coming back, lads. I'll be frank. I'd be surprised if he does. Bit more aggression is being shown by Usman, though, in this fifth round. It has to be said. A bit more aggression. He does seem to be trying that a little bit harder to get in and to do a bit more work. You can kind of see that. And he lands a body shot on Congo. But I think he's still letting him... See, I think what was working for him in the first 2 rounds is what he was doing now in the fight, but now it's not working. But he's persistent with it, which, I don't know, part of me just doesn't feel like that's going to work. Need to change it up a bit more. He was using his jab earlier on in the fight, which he was having success with. I think, if anything, he should double that jab up and try and get inside on Congo with that. Narrowly misses a right hand, does Chris Congo. And again, he's able to just keep Usman. Big uppercut lands on the inside from Congo. He's able to keep Usman at bay just purely by keeping him at bay with the jab. You know, if you have a good jab and you can stick it on someone, there's not a lot they can do. I mean, they can try and counter with their own jab, but there's really not a lot you can do. Oh, yeah, they will give it to, we have one of them in the chat. Hang on a sec. Time out. I hate it when they come spamming the chat. It's just so flipping annoying. I'm putting links in because you know what's going to happen. That messes up the stream as well if you do that. You can get the channel in trouble if you do that. So put him on timeout. If he comes back, he'll just get blocked. Because you don't want those spam bots coming into the chat. Yeah, another good round here for Chris Congo. And I think he's ahead in this fight now. Prediction, probably going to go out tomorrow. Probably going to get a prediction out tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. Stay tuned for that. I'll say it, lads, the MEN, I still call it the MEN. The Manchester Arena looks fairly well filled out. It does. So people obviously tuning up. And Chris Eubank Jr., he's got some bad memories in that arena. He's got some bad memories. George Groves. Yasmin, I hope I hit 10K as well. I really do. I hope I do. I really, really hope I do. I'd like to hit it before Yard Beterbiev. I hope I can. Yeah, it's that close, man. It's that close. And I think because as well, like boxing, like me and Ade were talking about last night, boxing after AJ lost to Usyk, there wasn't much happening. So it meant that everyone's channel kind of went and just kind of stagnated. And thank you, Kieran. I appreciate the £2. I really do. Thank you so much for that. I will enjoy. You're enjoying it. I'm enjoying it too. Every little bit helps. Thank you, my friend, for the £2 as we go into round 6. Oh, lovely little short right hand there lands from Chris Congo. Again, Usman's not going to want to be taking too many of these because there's only so many of these shots you can take before you have an accumulative effect. That was very bizarre from Congo. He just leapt into a clinch there and then ended up touching down. Not literally, not knocked down, but bizarre kind of way to go into a clinch. But again, using that reach, moving out of the way, moving out of harm's way. There's not a lot Usman can do, but he's trying. He is trying to get in close, but Congo, he's a slippery customer. It obviously shows that Michael McKinson is a lot better than we give him credit for, you know? And I think him against Conor Benn would still be a very interesting fight because Congo never really had any success with McKinson. Not like the success he's having here. So, you know, when you look at McKinson, although Congo is getting a warning from Howard Foster, probably for the holding, he is a bit, I wouldn't say it's excessive holding, but it's kind of a Coley-esque. He's using his size to just kind of try and move him around, which I don't like seeing that. You know, I wouldn't say it's excessive holding, but hey, give him a warning. But look at that jab. Usman is coming in and he's walking straight into a jab. Doesn't seem to have much power on it, but you just don't want to be taking those jabs unnecessarily. But he's got Congo backed up again the ropes and he's opened up a few combinations on him. And Congo holding on, but back out into the ring, trying to hold again. Digging in a few body shots as Usman. If Congo starts to tire down the stretch, those body shots will help. You still like Parker? I think Parker should work with Ben Davison. I don't know what the hope is for Parker now. I've kind of just, that for me was just a case of just done, finished, see you later. I don't really hold out that much more hope in him, to be honest with you. This is better from Usman. More aggression in this round, trying to land the body shots on Chris Congo. Having more success. Chris Congo backed up, but very inaccurate. You know, he's missing big time with some of these shots. And when you're doing that, it's draining you more so than your opponent. It takes a little uppercut there on the inside from Congo as well. But some good work on the inside from Usman here. And big up to MVG for the £5. Hey, G-Man. Can you see Eubank beating Munguia? Probably not, man. I probably would still go with Munguia in that fight, but he's been so unremarkable at 160. It's been sad. It's been sad, really. But thanks again for the £5. I'm surprised that didn't come up higher. But right hand goes in there from Usman. He's having more success here in this 6th round. Definitely. I'm giving this round to Usman. But yeah, thanks again for the £5. I don't know why it didn't come up near the top. Normally that comes up in a different colour. The £5. So, we're £7 up, lads. £7 up. Better make that 11 quid. Or actually, sorry, better make that 12 quid. Thank you, CPT Games 86. So the pay-per-view was 25 quid. And there you go. We're almost halfway there to recouping it. We're almost halfway to recouping it. Keep up the good work, pal. I will. Thank you so much for the £5. I appreciate that immensely. I really do. I really, really do. Thank you so much. No, we're enjoying this. I'm enjoying it. I forget how much fun these watch-alongs are. I think because there was no real fights that made me want to do a watch-along at the end of last year. Do you know that sort of way? Like after Joshua Usyk, there wasn't really a fight that I was looking at thinking, oh, I must do a live watch-along. It was kind of just like, I'll review it. You know, it's like, I'll review it. I'll just review it and that's enough. That's kind of how I felt about the fights last year towards the back end. I'll review it. Whereas this year, a lot more, like Lee Wood versus Lara, that's watch along. Oh, 100%. If I wasn't going to the fight next week, I would be here doing a watch along for Beterbiev Yard. Interesting. The last 2 rounds they've given to Usman. Now, the first 2 rounds are pretty close, so if you gave them to Usman, God knows what score you might have it. It's going to be an interesting fight to score. I have Congo ahead still, nevertheless, though. He's definitely doing more of what he wants to do. And his jab is definitely winning him the fight. But again, Michael McKinson had no real issues with Chris Congo, which makes you see just how good Michael McKinson was. Am I from Crumlin? No. I'm from Swords. Miles away from Crumlin. Do a watch along from ringside. Oh, Jesus. Don't know if I can get away with that. You need good Wi-Fi. And how with the sound? Think of the sound as well. If I was paid to do a live watch along by a broadcaster or a radio station, I would. But not for me. Jesus Christ, you can imagine. So what makes Eubank, what makes him tick? Eubank is an interesting character, he really is, but I think now that he's kind of doing his own thing, we're seeing more of the real Chris Eubank, and I like this Chris Eubank Jr. I do. I like him. I like him a lot better than the Eubank of a few years ago. Just looking at this fight here, more of the same really from Chris Congo. Just keeping him at bay with a jab. Chris Congo isn't doing anything spectacular, but he's just doing what he needs to. He's using his physical attributes to win this fight and to put Usman in his place. That's literally what he's doing right here. And it's working. You know, it's definitely working quite well for him. I'm noticing that. And very impressed with what I've been seeing. Again, I watched Chris Congo a few years ago. And again, he looked good. You know, he looked good against the... Oh, that was an interesting one. He looked good against that Luther Clay guy. But after that, he didn't really set the world alight. But he's looking better in this fight. Ben Davison working wonders. And again, Ben Davison is a good trainer. Make no mistake about that, he is. Whatever people say, boxer size Ben. Now, Ben Davison is a good trainer. Just doesn't make life easy for himself. But some of those right hands going in from Usman are getting closer and closer to the mark. Congo's going to want to be careful. He's been decked before in his career. So he's going to want to make sure he keeps that chin tucked in. His defense is on point. Because Usman is being a bit more aggressive now towards the back end of this 7th round. We're past the halfway point in the fight, lads, as well. Do a great job doing the reviews. I do. Terry Turbo Flanagan. No, Jesus, man. No, I like doing the reviews. The reviews are good. I like the watch-alongs, though, mate. But, like, sometimes when you're doing this, you see a fight, it's like, it could be a 2-hour job. This could be a 3-hour job. It'll probably be a 2.5-hour job. And with two things. One, YouTube tends to not like it when your videos or a live goes over 2.5 hours. It kind of messes with the algorithms. That's why I try not to go any longer than 2.5 hours, because it kind of messes with the algorithms. Because they don't like really long videos. So I try not to do them. And if I'm just not up for it, like, just if a fight is kind of meh, I'll watch it, but I'll just sit and watch it and just watch it for what it is and review it after. If I'm like, do I need to go on live and try and call a fight that I'm not necessarily sold on? Then I won't. I'll just watch it, review it, and do it for what it is. Round 8. This fight's flying it. That's some good work from Chris Congo there to turn Usman there, but almost got caught with a right hand. Let's be careful of that. Has to be very, very, very wary of that, because Usman definitely, he's looking a bit more dangerous than we've seen him earlier. He's looking a bit more dangerous. And 84 in the building. If you could, people, smash the old like button as well. And if you're new, hit subscribe. We're trying to get your boy up to 10k. Hopefully we can do 10k by the end of this stream. I'd love that. I would flipping love it. I'd love it. But Usman, you know what, right? Congo, I think, is winning, but Usman is still in it. You know, he's not lost heart. He's not slowed down, and he's still having his moments in there. And that's interesting. Like, look here. He's after backing Congo up again to the ropes, although Congo's after reversing it and put him on the ropes. But he has that element of danger there. You can just see it with him. And I wouldn't be shocked if one of these hits the deck. I'm not saying it will, but I wouldn't be shocked if one of them did. In terms of Eubank Ben, I've seen Paddy Power they gave some great odds on Eubank to win by KO. They changed it. I stuck a tenner on him, and if I win, I get 50 quid back. It's not too bad. Said I don't normally bet, but I said like a tenner for good odds on Eubank to win by KO, just by KO. You get 50 quid back. I was like, I'll taff. Why not? 50 quid, tenner. Why not? Don't normally bet, but I said I'll have to chuck a tenner on that. I think he'll win on points though. But if he wins by KO, hey, I'll take it. I'll take the 50 quid. Thank you very much. Heading over to London on Thursday, so that will help. That pay for my dinner. Oh well, I'm not going that expensive. But guys, with 1 minute to go in this round, and again, Usman is getting close. You know, he's getting closer to Congo each time. The body shot goes in there from Usman as well. It's interesting. He's definitely having a bit more success these last few rounds. You know, Congo is still keeping that range. He's doing his boxing well, but there's a lot more success. There's a lot more success. And it makes you wonder, how do I have Cash App? You know something? I've tried to download it and set up an account, but it never lets me create the account. I don't know why. So no is the answer. I've tried it, but for some reason, maybe it's location-wise, I don't know, but it's never let me set the account up, so I just gave up on it. I was like, I give up. So no, long answer, I don't have Cash App. Hello, GP, here from the UAE. How is Congo getting on? Look, I'd say he's winning, but it's competitive the whole way throughout. It's in the early stages, man. We're still going through planning permission at the minute. I'm waiting on that. It should probably be, I would say it'll be March before I have the permission. And then hopefully in the summer, it will be, hopefully July or August, we will have, well, you won't be seeing these curtains anymore. You won't be seeing a lot of these anymore. It'd be a different room. The plan is it's going to be a 2-bedroom. And obviously everything, living room, kitchen, the works, 2-bedroom. And the plan will be to just turn the guest room into a kind of studio/office. So for the time being anyway. So what I'm thinking of doing is just putting the TV in that room. Well, be 3 TVs in the house. There'll be one in my bedroom, there'll be one in the living room, there'll be one in the guest room, which is purely going to be to watch boxing and do watch-alongs on. Table, new mic, bit new lighting, and laptop. That's the plan, right? That's the plan. That's the plan for it. So that will be coming hopefully in the summer. Hopefully in the summer. But yeah, it's in the early phase now. I only started the process back in October. So hopefully the planning goes through no problem and I don't have to worry about anything. So in round 9 here, 2 minutes and 35 seconds left in the 9th. And again, it's an interesting fight. I'm dying to hear it when the end, because I reckon this might go to the scorecards. What the scorecards will be like. That'll be the real interesting part, because oh, look at that exchange. That was a good exchange there from both. Oh, some big shots going in there from both guys. I want to say Congo got the better of that one, to be honest. But some big exchanges. Jumping on G-Man. Joseph Parker won, yeah. Joseph Parker's done absolutely nothing since. Shame, disappointing, because I've always rated his ability. He's got talent there to burn. But just, I don't know. I just don't know what the deal is with Joseph Parker. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe the Joe Joyce fight has done something to him. I don't know. But yeah, he's definitely, I'm not expecting much of him. Some more aggressive stuff here going on from MVG. That's a good question. I think there is slight improvements, but I just don't think Joseph Parker has it anymore. I think when he was young and up and coming, he had that bit of fire in him, but that's well and truly gone now. And again, look at this. Usman doing a good job. Oh, big right hand goes in from Usman there. Congo, did he feel it? No attempts to hold. So, but this is a bad look for him. Another right hand goes in there from Usman. And another. Having a lot of success in the 9th round. A lot of success in the 9th round. Boom, big body shots go. Oh, big body shots go in from Usman. Having success. He's hurt Congo. He's definitely hurt him. Congo felt them. 100%. Oh, 100%. He's backing him up against the ropes. Congo holding. I think Congo was either hurt the head or body. Maybe a bit of both. But looking to hold. 20 seconds to go here in the 9th round. Usman looking to back Congo up against the ropes. He holds, brings him back to center ring. Usman with his best round of the fight. He's got to Congo a bit in this round. But is it enough? Misses with a right hand there. Congo again, backed up against the ropes. Tucking up well. Usman lets a few body shots go. And then the round ends. Big round 9 for Usman. He won that round big. He hurt Chris Congo. How is Chris Congo going to be going into the championship rounds? Because he took some shots there. Big right hand on, bang on the button. Good commentary. I do enjoy the commentary. I love doing the commentary. It's my favourite thing about these watch-alongs. It's getting the chance to do some commentary. And I have it pretty good with the time, if you know what I mean, in terms of where we are with the fight. So I'm not behind anyone. 14 years ago I was homeless. Now I've got a 4-bedroom detached large garden in the southeast. That is literally, if you work at it, if you build it, it'll come. If you work at it, you know, that's, I think, is you hit the nail on the head there with the graft. You just have to, it takes a bit of luck, but if you just keep believing that you'll get to where you need to get to, and you keep the graft, you just keep working at it, it'll come, you know? What's the biggest sport in Ireland? Horse racing or combat sport? I think soccer is slowly starting to catch up, you know? I'm not a big GAA fan. In fact, I don't like it. You know, I prefer hurling to Gaelic football. Gaelic football requires no skill whatsoever. Hurling is a much better sport, but it doesn't work on TV. But soccer is starting to catch up. The League of Ireland is starting to get a little bit more lively. But boxing will always be my favourite sport, no matter what. But interesting to see the legs of Chris Congo in this round. He had a torrid 9th round. Oh, big left hook goes in from Congo, actually. But Usman takes it. Let's throw back to Congo up against the ropes. That was a nice little jab to back him up against the ropes. Congo holds. But Usman's not letting him hold. He actually gets Congo back up against the ropes. This is where Congo doesn't want to be. Right hand goes in from Usman. And Congo again, trying to grab hold and work his way out. Howard Foster breaking both guys. If I could live in any country in the world, where would it be? I don't know, mate. Like, I like Ireland. I do. I like living in Ireland. I like the country. I love the country. Ireland is a magical place. It's just there's a lot of crap that goes on in it. But Ireland is great. I love Ireland. But if I had to pick somewhere else, I'd probably say Florida. For now, anyway. Florida or maybe Albania. One of those countries. Or maybe Bulgaria. Somewhere in East Europe like that. Yeah, they are starting to take place in Ireland boxing shows. They are. There's more of them coming. They're mainly in Belfast, but there's more coming down in Dublin and places like that. I know JB Conlon's talked about doing more shows down here. So they're coming back. More boxing in Ireland, which is good. We need it. Badly need it. Badly needed in Ireland. Really is. Congo looks done. He really does. And Usman is really starting to have some success in here. He's winning this round big. And again, if you gave him a couple of the earlier rounds, 100 in the building, boom, smash the like button, hit subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks. I hope you're enjoying the commentary. If Usman, his right hand goes in again, I wouldn't say El Chapahan is worth that, but he's worth a fair bit. 10th round ends. Okay, we are. This is an interesting one. This is an interesting one. I'm enjoying this fight, lads. I ain't going to lie. I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it. The 10 rounds have flown in. 103 in the building. Boom. Smash the like button, lads. Hit subscribe, all that good stuff. Oh, I guarantee I'm going to have to refill this before the end of the night. I have thought about that, truth be told. One of the terrestrial TV stations that covers it is an Irish-speaking station. Well, it's not all Irish. They do speak English too. But I thought about getting involved. I thought about emailing them and stuff like that, but I don't know. We'll see. I'd love to. I probably could, because as far as I'm aware, I'm the biggest boxing channel in terms of just pure boxing in Ireland. As far as I'm aware, unless someone wants to correct me on that, I'm pretty sure I'm up there. Anyway, if I'm not the biggest, I'm up there, which is something good to have, you know. Yes, that's well known. Eastern Europe from Florida. Yeah, those are the places I'd probably go. Florida or Albania, Bulgaria, somewhere like that, you know. Countries like that where, you know, it's still, there's still, well, maybe not in Florida, but I know there's a lot more conservative. Oh, right hand goes in. They're a lot more conservative in those countries. These last 2 rounds are going to be interesting. This has been a good fight. I've enjoyed this. I really have enjoyed this. It's hanging in the balance, this fight, from what I can see. It's a competitive fight. Both guys are having their moments of success. Both guys had their rounds where they look good. But I feel like Usman is doing more. Certainly in the latter half of this fight. And big right hand from Usman goes in there. And Congo walked into it, which added to the punch. Oh, another one goes in. Depends on which part of Florida, though. I'd be looking at the Keys. Miami is still a bit... Yeah, I'd be looking more so to Florida Keys as opposed to Miami. I'd avoid places like California at all costs, though. I'd avoid that. I avoid that state. I'd avoid New York. I'd avoid those states 100%. I wouldn't go near California if you paid me free house or anything. I'd be like, no, not going near it. Don't want to know. Don't want to know. Oh, man. Oh, look at those body shots go in from Usman. Congo really struggling here in this 11th round. Really is. Oh, man. Usman is relentless. Yeah. No, I'd be looking at the Keys or maybe Tampa. Somewhere like that. Oh, man. Both guys look tired, but Congo has nothing. He is just stuck. Yeah, big up to Ron DeSanta every time. The man actually knows how to lead. That's what I'll say about him. Big up to Ron DeSanta. But look at this. Congo is... Man, he is looking shaky as hell in there. I like hot weather. That's one thing I don't like about Ireland. It is cold in the winter and it gets dark so quick. I love summer, mate. I love summer. I love the dark evening or late. I love the late evenings where it's bright out. I love summer, so I wouldn't mind. I know it would be insanely hot because Ireland, a hot day in Ireland is a mild day in Florida, and you're good. It depends. Like Ireland, like today is freezing here. It's freezing. I still wonder what the crack is with Adam Smith. I mean, I don't care in one sense, because if I never hear him again, I don't like Adam Smith, so I don't care if I never have to hear him again. I'm just curious why he's not commentating. Never met Conor McGregor. No intention of meeting him. Don't particularly want to meet him. So, yeah, that's my answer to that. And Dana White's right slap. There you go. That was a big right hand. Yeah, that was a huge right hand. What food is popular in Ireland? I'll be frank, pretty much the same as in the UK. You know, I mean, you'd be very surprised. I think Ireland, there's not really anything. Like, I mean, it's very similar to the UK, what's popular. Like, I mean, we have Nando's. Although the Nando's in the UK is nicer, I'll tell you that. I've had Nando's in London. I've had Nando's in Dublin. It's not even close. Nando's in London is way nicer. So on Sky, they have it 1 point to Congo. And I gave Usman a couple of the first few rounds. So this fight could go either way. Yes, spice bags. It's salt and chili chicken. And I've never been. They're okay. But in swords, there's no nice Chinese. So there's no way you can get a nice one, if you know what I mean. They're all rubbish in swords. There's, I think, 4 Chinese restaurants, maybe 5. And they're all garbage. So I wouldn't be getting them anytime soon. Into the last round. This fight has flown in. I've heard other reasons why Adam Smith is off. And I've been hearing stuff about Adam Smith instant coffee. I don't know. I've never had instant coffee. I know that. I know most places you just go and get a normal coffee. I don't think anywhere does instant coffee in Ireland. Not that I know of. I don't think they do anyway. Coffee wouldn't be probably as popular. Fuel prices in Ireland, especially. They're worse. They're worse probably. Not much worse, but they're worse. It's like 170 something for a litre of diesel. At the worst, it was like €2.30 in the summer for a litre of diesel. €2.30 for a litre of diesel in the summer. That was crazy. Oh, Congo nearly went down there. Oh, Congo's hurt there. Nearly went down. And is Usman going to go and try and take advantage? Congo looks done. He looks done in this round. He looks knackered. And I think Usman's pressure is really starting to tell. Falls into the ropes. And Usman sinking into body shots. The only question, he is not a Sky fighter. Will he get the nod? Therein is the question. 110 is in the building. Smash the like button if you haven't already. Please, lads and lassies, hit the old like button. If you're new, hit subscribe as well. Help your boy out. 110 in the house. If 110 of you are new people and you all hit subscribe, you got your boy up to 10k. That's the goal. We want 10k tonight. Hopefully. If we could. Some say Adams, but I don't buy that. Last 10 seconds. Respect, G-Man. Hope you will get 10k soon. It's well deserved. And thank you, Chris, my friend. I appreciate that. I really do. I hope we get it soon as well. I just seen a great fight there as well. It was a brilliant fight. Brilliant scrap by both guys. And again, I hope we hit 10k as well. I really do. It's going to be great. Hopefully we hit it soon. Obviously, the next fight is the co-main. So they were saying that they were basically hoping to do this fight for 10:30. It ain't going to be 10:30. It's probably going to be closer to 11. And I might have to reschedule something because I had something planned for midnight. And I might not be able to do it if this is going on this late. Big up from Armenia. Shout out to G-Man Boxing. Special live for 10k. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'm going to buy a bottle of champagne. I'm going to have a couple of glasses of champagne. On the live. 100%. Oh, 100%. Man, a milestone like that, you have to have something for 10k. That was a huge right hand. Good Lord. You know, Howard Foster could have called that a knockdown. He really could have called that a knockdown. Because those ropes did keep him up. He fell back into the ropes. He could have called that a knockdown. I backed Smith to win on points. I seen it, like as I said earlier, I seen a very, very, very. It was too good to turn down. Very good odds on Liam Smith, or not Liam Smith, on Eubank to win by knockout in any round. 10 quid, I get 50 quid back. Can't complain. No, they won't do a draw. They won't do a draw. This is going to be interesting. I reckon we might have it. Oh, you mean in this fight? Oh, yeah, I thought you were talking about the main event. No, yeah, in this fight we could very well have a draw. Could very well be a draw, actually. I'm looking forward to hearing who wins. I'm looking forward to hearing what the scorecards are like. Because this is going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting to say the least. Smith's only 1 year older. He doesn't look it. Some people are like that. They age just, I don't know, 10K by E. We'll get 10K soon. Hopefully soon anyway. We need another 92 subs and we have 10K. Like, just okay. Just gonna hear who wins. Let's have a listen. A draw. For who? Who? I thought that. I thought they would. I thought Usman just did enough to nick it. That's Ben Davison's first L in about 6 years. That's Ben Davison's first L in about 6 years. Oh yeah, you know, Sky for a Smith win. You see, for a Smith win, you know, Kell Brook's been talking about coming out of retirement. I hope he doesn't. Liam Smith, you would say, would favour Kell Brook more if he did. It's not as big a fight as Eubank, but stylistically, and Eubank or Kell Brook knows Liam Smith. He sparred Liam Smith in the build-up to the Golovkin fight. But that's really it. Like, who else are you going to put him in there with? Would love you to get the 10K on the live. I'm not going to sound unoptimistic, but I think it might not be the most likely. You know, you never know how many more join. I'd love to get it on this live, but I don't know. Maybe I'd love to, but I don't know if we will. I need another 92 subs, so I don't know if we'll get it on this live. If 111 of you smash the like button, and if you haven't already subscribed, you might help us. But I don't know if we'll get there on this one. But you never know. You never know. There's obviously going to be more coming in as the fight progresses and we get into the main event. Obviously, we have the co-main coming up now, which is going to be that guy, what's his name, Riakporhe. So, you know, it's going to be interesting. Close competitive fight. I enjoyed it. It was a good fight. And as the fight went on, Usman definitely, he pulled ahead. He pulled ahead. He did. He pulled ahead. So I've got no gripe with that decision. As I said, you know, the first couple of rounds, you interpret them as you want. I preferred the aggression from Usman, to be honest with you. So I've no... Is he really 33? I thought he was younger than that. Usman's 33. I didn't realize that. I thought he was young. I thought he was only about 26, 27. 33 years old. Jesus. That's crazy. I genuinely didn't think he was that old. 33. That surprised me when I seen that come up. I genuinely thought he was 33 or 30, 26, 27. I didn't think he was 33. Crazy. Ref gets that one right. Billy Joe ain't coming back. I seen a pic of him on Twitter. He was looking horrendously out of shape. Yeah, the whole Billy Joe Saunders situation. Look, if he does come back, it's hard. He keeps saying he will, but he looks in such bad shape. If he comes back, what the hell has he got left? He's got nothing left. He's not going to have anything left. It's been nearly 2 years. He ain't going to have you know what left. Evening G-Man, do you have... who do you have and what method of round in the big one? I'm probably still sticking with Eubank on points. I'm still going to go with them on points. Congrats on the sub. Yeah, thank you, my man. Big up. If Billy Joe comes back, you think it'll be Sky or Matchroom? Well, Eddie Hearn already mentioned that, like, he's probably not going to work with Billy Joe, so I reckon he'll go with Sky. They'll try and do... Look, I think that Sky will be on the phone. If Eubank wins, because obviously Eubank still fights on Sky. He's not with Boxer, but his fights, he's got a deal with Sky to fight there. So I'd imagine that they'd be on the phone to Billy Joe trying to make Eubank versus Billy Joe. And at this stage, there's only one winner, and it's Eubank. I mean, Billy Joe, it's been nearly 2 years since he fought Canelo. He's gained, I mean, a disgusting amount of weight. He looks horrendously out of shape. As I said, he's been out of the ring for 2 years. There's no way he's going to come back and be even half of what he was that night against Alvarez. Impossible. Impossible, in my opinion. So, look, I'm not holding out much hope that he'll do much. Richard Riakporhe is next. Him against former cruiserweight champion, former WBO cruiserweight champion, Krzysztof Glowacki. Now, I can't envision this fight going very long. And if it does, in fact, I actually have to send someone a text because I've got a funny feeling that I'm going to be on here a lot longer than I thought. Give me a sec. I just sent this text. Didn't mean to do that. Boom. I was meant to be doing something with someone at midnight, and I don't think I'm going to have time, to be honest, so I just sent them a text there. I think their goal, the realistic goal, obviously, is for him versus Okoli. That's obviously the goal. The only thing I think, would they do it on pay-per-view? Yeah. You know, Billy Joe, even prior to Canelo, he was going that way for years. You could see that boxing for him was becoming more chore, even probably before he won the world title, realistically. You could see it was becoming a chore for him. He just wanted money to live his life, get fat, you know, have a bit of the old Hoover, and he was a happy G. That's literally what it seemed like. That just seemed like that's Billy Joe was what all he wanted to do. Just enjoy himself, have money, and that's that. So him coming back to boxing, he wants to top up the bank account maybe. He wants a few more zeros added on. But he ain't going to do anything. He ain't going to do anything, in my opinion. Big shout out from Spain. Big shout out from Spain. Rumor has it I've got the bag. The rumors are greatly exaggerated. That's what I will say. Greatly exaggerated, mate. Greatly exaggerated. Yeah, you see, here's the thing, right? I don't know the deal necessarily Eddie Hearn has with those types of fighters. Tell you why. Because if you look at Fabio Wadley, if you look at a Richard Riakporhe, they were managed by Dylan White, and Dylan White did a lot of the work for them. So Eddie Hearn, I don't know necessarily if he even obviously he's the one who promotes Dylan White and the others, but I don't know if he actually is the one who has a say with, you know, I'm promoting Riakporhe, he's a matchroom fighter. I don't know if that's the case with Eddie Hearn, if he's able to do that. I think it might be more on Dylan White who does that. So that doesn't surprise me in the slightest if he's gone elsewhere from Hearn or something like that. Because I don't know if Hearn even had much influence in that, if you know what I mean. To be fair, Billy Joe, none of us know how to deal with earning 5 to 6 mil for a fight. Yeah. You gave me 5 or 6 mil, I'd be like, say yeah, I want to enjoy the rest of my life in peace. No. No, mate, I think he gets outboxed pretty clearly, pretty convincingly, I should say. I like Krzysztof Glowacki, I do. I like him. I like him. He's an entertaining fighter, but I just think he's just past it. I think he's been past it for years now. I think he's been past it realistically since the Usyk fight, really. That's what I think. I think he's been past since the Usyk fight. So I don't know. I just see this as a formality for Richard Riakporhe. I really do. I just see it as a kind of, this is a fairly straightforward, boom, bam, see you later, it's done kind of job. And look, it could be proven wrong. I mean, I don't think Riakporhe is as good as a Coley. He definitely doesn't have the kind of reach or the attributes that Coley has. The power in the right hand, though, to be fair. So let's see how it goes. But at the end of the day, like, I just don't rate Glowacki anymore. I think he's done. I think he's finished. So I wouldn't imagine this fight is going to take very long. What time is it now? 10 o'clock. I would say probably by about 20 to 11, we'll have this fight over and out. Over and out, probably. Most likely. Most likely. Most likely. So Richard Riakporhe on his way to the ring. Hopefully these entrances aren't too long. Closing in, man. Closing in. We're getting there, man. We're getting there. Keep up the good work, boss. Keep up the good work, boss. Man, we're keeping it going. We're keeping it going, man. What does that say? Remember seeing an interview with Riakporhe where he said he's had PTSD with dealing with Dylan White shortly after he had a big time out of the ring. Dylan White strikes me as someone who doesn't have an eye for talent, and he doesn't really appear to... He tends to favour someone who tries to, you know, you're brave and sparring, I'll sign you. But are you talented? Jury's out. That's kind of how Dylan White is. When did I start YouTube? First video I did was in July 2018. And from July to December, I didn't really do much. I done the odd video here and there. And then I said, I think I had like 20, 30 subs. So I was basically nothing. So I started it proper in January 2019. And obviously since then, it's been 4 years, nearly 10,000 subs. We're getting there. And I don't think it won't take me 4 years to get to, it won't even come close to 4 years to get to 20,000 subs. Glowacki coming out to country music and seems to be happy, getting by the fans. Mentally, my man is on holiday, getting high five from the fans. I suppose when he fought a Coley, it was behind closed doors, wasn't it? So that was horrible. I hated that. I absolutely despised boxing behind closed doors. It was awful. And the fighters didn't like it either. I asked a few of them and they said the same. They were like, it was awful. They were happy to be back in the ring, but they were saying it was worse than anything. It was worse than anything. They didn't like it at all. It's horrible. Never again. Former WBO Cruiserweight Champion Krzysztof Glowacki. He's 36. I thought he was older than that. And big up to Chris Andres. That's who I was reading. I forgot to big you up, man. How are you keeping, my friend? I hope you're well. I hope you're enjoying the fights. I've been enjoying this card this evening. I mean, the Joe Parker fight was a bit... and Richard Riakporhe is 33. You forget how old some of these guys are getting. I still look at Riakporhe and I think, he's, 28, 29? And it's like, oh, shit, 33? Oh, ugh. Get a move on. You're on your way. He is. Man, me and Chris, we are going to be, give it 2 years, and you'll see me and Chris like two top G's on YouTube. But making a living out of it as well. And you never know. No. I love doing this. It's so much fun. I know Chris loves it as well. It's crazy. It is crazy. It's getting to go to the shows as well as the best. I love it. I can love it. David Hay, he'll be on commentary, I hope, for the main event, because David Hay is excellent, as always. He's not boxing-wise, he's just kind of like, no, he doesn't know much about what he's saying, but he's just entertainment. That's David Hay. He's entertaining. And I'd rather that than, Mike Costello, yes, and then two, and then yeah. And, oh, look, as if to say, You've got... here we go. Round 1. I wonder, is Riakporhe going to follow the blueprint with Okolie? I know he's not as tall as Lawrence Okolie, but is he going to follow the blueprint? Just keep Glowacki away with your jab and look to walk him onto a right hand. I wonder, will they do that? Bill Smith apparently on commentary for this one. Glowacki trying to find his range a bit. Now remember, Glowacki against Okolie, he really was shut out by Okolie's reach. He couldn't do anything. So far, it's interesting. He's not looking as bad. And this is the best opponent that Richard Riakporhe would have faced. And Riakporhe, little stumble there. Wouldn't worry too much about it, but a little stumble nevertheless. It's a solid jab. And looks like quite a size difference. Like Riakporhe looks bigger. Not just in terms of just height. He looks a more thicker specimen in there than Krzysztof Glowacki. He's a bit more thicker in there. He is just taking his time, using that jab. Oh, where's the right hand goes in from Richard Riakporhe. No real reaction though. My sky is 6 seconds. It's exactly 1 minute and 30 now in the first round. Definitely not gone to life the way our last fight did. Oh, I hate saying this, Bams. Definitely not come to life the way the last fight did. But you just get the impression that Riakporhe is going to let that right hand go. And if he does, Glowacki is going to be in all sorts of bother. Well, he is getting closer as well. He's not having the issues that he was having against Okolie with the height and reach. That's apparent. You can see that's apparent. Oh, right hand goes in again from Riakporhe. Another one. And that's his mega punch. That's his money shot. He's a big, powerful right hand. And he looks to get that fight landed, looks to get that shot landed as much as he can. Big, powerful, but it does become predictable. Like, it's a bit like Wilder. They know that's what you're looking for. But Wilder is fast. And he's sudden with that right hand. How is Riakporhe? Missed with the right hand there. And Glowacki, a few shots off. Real feeling out first round. Real feeling out first round. Give me 2 secs there, people.
Okay, we're back. Just had to, because I had to plug the phone in because I thought it was going to die. 1 sec. Yeah, that's perfect. So it sounds okay here. It sounds okay here. Yeah, I had to get these headphones in because, yeah, that sounds fine. I had to get these headphones in because I have to plug the phone in. If I keep the mic plugged in, the phone's going to die. So I'll give it a little dart with this and we'll have the normal one back in for the main event. But we go into the second round. And again, it's much of the same. He literally Glowacki looks pretty sharp. He does. He looks better than he did against Okolie. He really does. He looks a lot sharper than he does. He's not got a 6'5" guy with a massive reach and a big right hand. He's a lot more closer in dimensions to Riakporhe. And Riakporhe, I just don't think is as good as Lawrence Okolie. He didn't Lawrence Okolie never had a massive amateur background. I know he done well, but Riakporhe just Riakporhe's all right. That's the best way to describe. Hi, G-Man. Love your videos. Keep the good work. Big up to John Jones every time. Shout out. But the right hand goes in there from Riakporhe. And big up to Nick. I'm with the family, so stop to smash the like button, mate. Hopefully we get the 10k. I really do. I hope we do. Hopefully, man. Hopefully. I'd love it. I'm not gonna turn around and say I'm probably gonna get it tonight. I doubt it, but hopefully we get it soon. This week maybe. Hopefully. Gonna be a long night. You know what would be painful is if this did go 12 rounds. That would be painful because it's not looking. It's looking just like, oh, big right hand down go. That should have been a knockdown. I thought his hand touched the ground. Should have called that a knockdown. Glowacki took the right hand well, but he's hurt. Big right hand. Another one goes in from Riakporhe. He's been down before in his career as Glowacki several times. And he is still not right. That was a huge right hand. And I think a knockdown should have been called there. I think his hand touched the canvas. If it did, then that's a knockdown. Fighting back. It has to be said. Thank you, MVG. I appreciate that, man. Really, really do. I appreciate that greatly, the 3 quid. As soon as I said this would be a long night, boom, that happens. I want to see a replay of that punch because I think the referee, Howard Foster, should have called the knockdown there. I hope you passed 10k today. I'll put a status up on my channel, see if it helps. Oh, man, if you did that, I'd appreciate it. I would, man. I hope to God we get this. I'd love to get 10k tonight. Love it. I'd love it. That was an interesting second round. Let's have a... Well, it's not ended yet. It's going to end now in a sec. Let's have a look at that replay. I want to see this on replay because that was a big right hand. Glowacki was definitely buzzed. And did his glove touch the canvas? It did. Let's have a look-see, right? Right hand. Big right hand. That was huge. He was hurt. You can't really see in that angle. That was a big, solid right hand. Holy shit. Look at that. Let's see. Yep. Touched the canvas. Should have been a knockdown. Glove touched the canvas. Should have called that a knockdown. That's all I'll say. That's all I'll say. No Sky in Holland. No loss, to be honest. He ain't losing much. See, round 3. I'm not saying much. I'm just focusing on this fight and seeing what's happening. Glowacki, he needs to be so careful with that right hand because he's been caught with it there in the last round. Although Riakporhe is looking a bit crude with it now, but he was caught with it there in the last round. And if he gets put again, he's going to have some problems. He's going to have problems. Definitely. Right hand balanced him, backed up. Yeah. That you can see exactly what he's trying to do. Like that, he is literally just waiting and probing just to land that right hand. That's exactly what Riakporhe is trying to do. But you see, he's really just trying to counter hope for the best. I think he needs to set it up. Maybe even lead with a hook and then follow through with the right hand. Oh, now he comes Tyson's new best friend. Man, this is an interesting watch. I'm intrigued. I'm just waiting for something. It's one of those fights where you just know something's going to happen. You're waiting to see it happen, if you know what I mean. You know Riakporhe's got the power in there, and you know he's waiting to let that shot go, but just when? And with Chris Bill and Smith being on commentary, I think that like they want to Cody, but they'll take the Bill and Smith fight because the winner of that can go on to fight a Cody. But I guess they want Riakporhe. They probably because he's another right hand goes in, but doesn't land clean. Hopefully, when this fight ends, obviously it's the main event next. I hope to God they don't just we'll make you wait. They just get it going. I hope. Glowacki tries to land the right of his own and misses, just falls a bit short. Riakporhe again, though. Look at this, just trying his best to keep it at range and just trying to find a home to chuck that right hand down the. Oh, big right hand goes in again. Another one goes in. He doesn't follow up. Glowacki takes those ones well. I was hoping for 10:30. Ain't gonna be 10:30. It's gonna be later than that, my friend. It's gonna be later than that. Lane Smith in the changing room. This is the fight we want to see. I want to see this fight. I'm looking forward to this. We're all waiting for it. I'm looking forward to it. Man, when are we going to get this? Boom. We're now 90 subs off. We're now exactly 90 subs off 10k. Boom. So we go into round 4. Surprised it went this far? It's been fairly lackluster apart from the few right hands that Riakporhe's chucked in. It's been fairly lackluster, has to be said. I can just by looking at this, right? I can clearly tell that's not the Glowacki who fought Marco Huck. That Glowacki had way more energy, way more life to his game than this. This Glowacki is just so ponderous. Yeah, he looks sharp at times, but he's not the Glowacki I remember. I mean, that Marco Huck fight, he was down in that fight as well, actually. That was a good fight against Steve Cunningham. He had him down loads of times. Oh, but a good little right hand there from Glowacki. Eubank stoppage. Smith wide points. One or the other, you think? No, I think Eubank's winning on points. That's my pick. He's buying the feints. Look at Riakporhe. He is eating on all them feints that Glowacki is throwing. That's going to be something that opponents will use against him if they see that. If they see the fact that he's eating them feints whenever Glowacki is throwing them, they're going to take him apart with them. Having a bit more success though in this 4th round is Christoph Glowacki, definitely. Well, if Liam Smith starts slow, as he often does, he is going to be in trouble. Big trouble. Big trouble. Body shot goes in from Glowacki. Doesn't look anything special to me. No, he doesn't. He looks fairly run of the mill. Like, he's a very Laban performance from Richard Riakporhe. I expected him to blow this guy out of the water. Just because I know that he's not the fighter he used to be is Glowacki, but he's doing better. He is. But again, Lawrence Okoli, Opataya, Gulamarian, I don't think that any of them would have trouble with Richard Riakporhe. Good body shot goes. Oh, big shot goes in. Oh, he's hurt. Oh, bang, big shot. Oh, right hand goes in. Howard Foster having a close look. Oh, and that's it. That is it. Stops the fight. Wow. That escalated quickly, didn't it? That escalated quickly. That really did. Okay, so main event is next. Happy days. I might get a sub 2 hour. No, we won't get a sub 2 hour. We'll be just over 2 hours. But we're enjoying it nonetheless. How many likes we on? 106 likes. Smash the like button if you haven't already, peeps. Smash the old like button if you haven't already. And 9,910. We are getting there. We are so close. Oh man, it's like you look at that number, you're just like, please God, just please, don't do it. We're so close, it's crazy. We are just getting closer and closer. So Andy Lee described the win Parker had as his rebuilding process. And yeah, I seen the Cattrall Taylor face off. That was cool. That was actually quite cool. Gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting to see if and when they fight, what's going on. I'll just have a little meander to Twitter. See if there was anything. No, there isn't. There never is, but ayo. And we back onto our watch along. How much juice we have in this? Oh yeah, I forgot. StreamYard drinks the battery. Drinks it. If I took it off charge now, I reckon I get about 20 minutes out of this battery. So we'll go a little bit longer. That right hand didn't even land. Yeah, Josh Taylor fight postponed again. But that one did. To be fair to Glowacki, he didn't go down. Sky Sports have technical difficulties. All the websites that I used to use got shut down, which is BS. I don't know why. Well, I know why, but still, let's have some free sport. And all the other websites that are there are garbage. Like the S words are garbage. They really are. But if you want to watch it for free, you kind of have no choice. If I wasn't doing a watch along, I wouldn't have bought this. If I wasn't doing a watch along, I would have S'd it definitely. I would have used the old. They might not be the best, but I would have used them nonetheless. Yeah, I can't wait for the yard fight either. I can't wait to see Moses Atuma. Oh man, it's going to be so much fun. I cannot wait to see his career. It's going to be something special. I just have a feeling about that kid. He is going to be something special. The one worry I have about Atuma is the S word was that. Well, what's another word for a river? There you go. Atuma starting out as young as he has. A lot of them tend to like look at Naz. He was done by 27. And that's the only worry I have for Atuma. That will he have the longevity? You bought the fight. So did I, but I'm having no difficulties. It's working fine on TV. Mate, I've given you a shout out. Hopefully it gets you over 60k. Really? Over 60k? I'd love that. That'd be crazy. Imagine over 60k. Jesus, one day. No, I appreciate the shout out, mate. Anything helps. Like, even if it gets me 10 people more, even if it gets me 10 subscribers, I will take that and I will thank you. On the bottom of my heart, I'll say thanks for that. Even if it got me only 10. I greatly appreciate it, man. Greatly appreciate any help. Always. I think that's what me and Ade were talking about, is that, like, anyone on YouTube, never feel like, oh, I don't want to reach out for help. Hey, I reach out for help. He reached out for help. We all do. Everyone does. You know, just always got to help people out. That's what you do. That's what I always try and do anyway. So, main event time is next. I'm looking forward to the main event. I'm not going to lie. I can't wait. I'm looking forward to the old main event. I think that's going to be a good one. My kind of, what I'm curious about is just how is Eubank going to look? Or how is Liam Smith going to start slow? That's what I'm curious about. That's what I'm wondering about. Will Liam Smith start slow? And if he does, it's going to be strange. It's going to be strange. If Liam Smith starts slow, he could be in trouble. Put it like that. He's going to be in trouble. So 120 using the building. If you could, lads, smash the like button. If you could. And if you're new, Help your boy out and subscribe. Don't worry. I know, man. I know it's coming. I know it is. It's crazy. Just keep the work. And same for me and you, man. For the both of us, it's coming. Spot on, bro. Yeah? Do you think Queensbury have enough shows to develop a team? Well, see, here's the thing I think Queensbury might do. So with Queensbury, they've done this with Raven Chapman, and I think they've done it with a few others, that they've put them out on shows in Dubai. So they might just do that with a Tuma if they maybe don't have enough shows or they're worried. They might just stick them on some of those shows out in Dubai or someone like that. Just give them a run out there. So I reckon they might do something like that just to be on the safe side. Spence Crawford, no, we're getting Spence Crawford. I'm not gonna hear anyone say he won't get Spence Crawford. We're getting it. Helping tie in with your bag, top guy, man. I'm pretty much, man. How much have I given a tie-in boot over the last 2 years? Enough. He could give me a signed T-shirt. I still have the Be Safe T-shirt here somewhere. I just haven't worn it in ages. Remember the Be Safe T-shirt? I used to wear it on the stream the odd time. Even gonna mute the stream and have you as a commentary. Boom. I will be. Obviously, I'm doing commentary for the live fight. We will 100%. I thought he was, to be honest with you. I did think he was, but maybe he was only on a temporary fight deal. I don't know. Maybe Eddie Hearn feels like, okay, you've lost now, so I don't know. But look, I'm surprised Joe Joyce is going to fight Zhilei Zhang. For me, it wasn't a name that I would have picked for the simple reason is that Zhang is deceivingly good, and I kind of thought like, you're arguably the best left hand in the heavyweight division, and it's like you got a world title fight lined up. Do you really need to take Zhilei Zhang? I mean, credit to you, I'll give you that, but that could go wrong. I don't think it will, but Joe Joyce's chin is good, but Zhilei Zhang, if he's got nothing, he's got power. That's what I'd say. If he has nothing, he's got power. Keep an eye on Boo in Echo Falls. Yes. Man, I'm sponsorship-wise, hopefully something will come up soon. That's what I'll say on that. Are you doing a 10K special? Of course I am. Now, I mightn't do it on the day. So just say for argument's sake, I hit 10K on Tuesday. I'm going to do it on the Wednesday, and I'm going to be away on Thursday, so probably won't be till the following week, but I will do one. 100%. We'll do a 10K special. I'd love to hopefully maybe see if I can get some Boxing Brotherhood on. Outmatch, Chris, Henry, Hatman. That could be reached a bit because I know Hatman is very busy, but I'd love to get some of the Boxing Brotherhood members on. Just a little episode. We haven't done an episode, all of us together, in a while. So that'd be nice to do something like that. Be lovely. Riakporhe and Billum Smith. I reckon those two are going to be getting on. Have a look at the end of this fight. Good body shot. But one thing I'll say about Riakporhe, he is a good body puncher. I'll give him that. He goes to the body a lot, and he does have some success with it. There we go. We're getting there, lads. And if that was Paul Cook's shout out, I appreciate it. There's 6 more subs added. Thank you. 131 of you in the building. You could smash the like button and hit subscribe as well. Help. I can't believe it, man. I'm getting there. Getting this close, man. I can't wait. I hope so. And of course, if I hit 10K tonight, then we'll do something on Monday. 100%. If I get 10K tonight, we'll do it on Monday or Tuesday, one or the other. We will definitely 100% do something. So if 10K happens tonight, then I don't think I will have time tomorrow to do anything, but Monday definitely 100%. Oh no, you can ask me that. I'm hoping to. If I can't go as media, then I'll just buy a ticket. But hopefully the first option. I should know next week. Hopefully. I should know next week. thoughts on the Kuzman on the Congo fight? I thought the right guy won. It was a good fight. They both had their success. Wasn't surprised that it was close. So I enjoyed it personally. I thought it was very good. Wallin White, yeah, that's a strange one. You know, it really kind of is for me a bit of a head scratcher because it's like, as I said, if Eddie Hearn is adamant that he wants Dylan White as the opponent, man, I wouldn't have put him in there with a lane. But if it's a case of I don't really care if it's out of a lane who fights Joshua or if it's White, well, then I have more. Then I understand it more because then I'm like, okay, fine, you don't really care who wins, so you want a good fight, and there you go. So I understand that a lot more than I do if it was that was the case. If it was the case if you just want Dylan White, I wouldn't have done that. I would not have done that. 141 of you beautiful people in the building. Smash the like button and hit subscribe if you haven't already. Help your boy get to 10k. Help your boy out there. Get your boy up to 10k. If you haven't already, hit subscribe. I can't wait to do the commentary. That's one thing I love. It's probably the thing I love most is doing the commentary. Like, I love interviewing fighters. I really do. I love that. I love breaking fights down. But I love commentating. Honestly, I love commentating so much. I really, really love it. Honestly, I love commentating so much. That's my favorite thing to do. That's why I like doing these as well because I get a chance to. And yeah, smash the like button. Thank you. What's your favorite fantasy fight? Current boxers that you would like to commentate on? Spence Crawford. If I could commentate on that, man, I'd be having a field day. I'd be having a field day with the commentary on that. I would be loving life so much. And Riakporhe talking to the fans, it looks cool. So the main event is next, lads. It's 10:30, I think. Yeah, just gone 10:30. So it's a late one. But we don't mind. We don't mind. If you were a boxer with Sky's tendency to put any fighter of wait there, so I get the full one. Of any meaning of any if you were playing anything, you put any fight of any magnitude on Sky box office, would it put you off signing for Sky? Going on box office too early can hamper your chances of becoming known. That's a fear I have for Adam Azim. I wouldn't be surprised if by the end of the year he's on a box office. Like I suppose if you could see how it works in some ways with Joshua, but in other sense, yeah, you could see how it might not. It depends. Like in Joshua being a heavyweight, it's easier to sell. So I get where you're coming from there. Who would you like to interview if you could choose one person right now? I'm just gonna say it. And some people people keep saying I'm on the DAZN payroll. I'm not. I'm not on the DAZN payroll. But I'd love to interview Eddie Hearn. I would. I'd love to interview Eddie Hearn. So cue the comments. See, I knew he was on the DAZN payroll. People always comment that. Like the amount of times I've like gone in on Eddie Hearn and people still be like, clearly on Hearn payroll, clearly getting money from Eddie Hearn, DAZN, etc. It's like, okay. I mean, I've clearly made it so. If people are making stuff up and saying I'm on payrolls for promoters, then I'm doing something right because people are obviously like watching it enough. And I've actually found like so many people who I never, ever, 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 ever would have thought would have watched my videos have watched my videos. I know because they've reached out to me and told me that, and like some of them have been like mind blown. We are going to agree Otto Wallen making a career from cutting some, for fuck's sake. Pretty much. Well, he's not as bad as I thought he would be. I'm not going to lie, I did try it. And I'm going to be honest with you, right? I had a sip of it. I didn't drink it all, but I had a sip. And I didn't mind it. I went into it kind of like, oh, this is going to be bad. Because people were telling me it was going to be bad. And I had a sip and I was like, it's different. That's the best. It's a weird taste, but it wasn't horrible. I probably wouldn't go out and buy it. But if someone gave me a bottle, I would drink it. if you know what I mean. That's the best way I describe my experience with the old Echo Falls. That is literally the best way I describe it. I wouldn't go as far, I wouldn't say I'd go out and buy it myself, but if it was given to me as a gift, I would drink it. Yes. Boom, 160 in the building now. What if we can get 200 in for the main event? And again, if you haven't, hit subscribe, help your boy out. Takes 2 seconds to hit the literally like that. How I pulled that comment up there. Yeah, I seen that he's having a tune up this weekend. I actually seen. I'll tell you this, right? I'm actually going to check this on BoxRec because I nearly died on seeing this because, as I said, right, I'm not someone who gambles much. Very rarely do I put a bet on anything. And I went on to Paddy Power just to see the odds on this fight. Anyway, I ended up putting 10 quid down on, who was it? It was on Eubank to win by stoppage because it had good odds on it, really good odds. And I see that Bermain Stavern is fighting, first time in 2 years, he's fighting a guy called Jonathan Goodry. Isn't he the guy? Yeah, he's the guy who fought Trevor Bryan. And it's on a Don King show in Miami. Bermain Stavern is 44 years old, people. Why the hell is he still fighting? And there's literally nobody on this card that I know other than Stern. I can't believe he's still fighting. That's a damning indictment. He probably owes Don King God knows how much. Seriously. I wonder how much he owes Don King. Because Don King is the sound ain't the best. Let me have a listen. I don't think it sounds that bad, mate. What are we on percentage wise? See, I have the phone plugged in, right? So I'm using these just for the time being, just to get the phone up to a decent charge. So obviously I can deal with the old switcheroo and get the proper mic, which I have here plugged in, which is better. But it doesn't sound like it doesn't actually sound proper mic, which I have here better. Yeah, it doesn't. It's just because this one. It's because you need to have it so close, and if it starts moving, it's a bit all over the shop. Maybe a loose connection on the phone. Yeah, it doesn't sound that bad on my end. Nearly at 200 in the build, and let's get 200 in the build. Then come on. And out of the 172, I'll ask again. I'm just going to get because I just want me 10k. If you've not already, hit subscribe, hit the like on the way out. It sounds good. That's good to know. A random one. They're gonna just the headphones. Yeah, it's just the headphones. It's like StreamYard drinks your battery, and if I could get that up to like 30%, then I'd pop it out and just use the mic the rest of the last half hour or so. I should have enough to do a half hour. It's just literally it just drinks the battery and it just drinks the battery. So we're nearly got 200 use in the building. Boom. Boom. And hopefully tomorrow, I actually have to send a message on to my guy who does the thumbnails for me because he will do me one probably for a live tomorrow. So we're probably going to go live some point tomorrow if I'm not out with my friend, because I might go out with my friend tomorrow if he's doing anything, and if he is, then I'll probably just head out with him. But if he's not, I'll do a live aftermath and we'll talk about this fight in more depth tomorrow evening. And obviously we'll do a review of the week as well, which I'm sure we all look forward to. I know I do. I love recording them. It's actually funny. I've started doing them a lot earlier in the day, and the benefits of doing them early in the day, oh my God, I used to do them at like 10 o'clock at night. And no news would change. Do it like 5 in the evening now. I have the whole evening free. It's brilliant. So I start doing them a bit earlier and I can do stuff then in the evening. I just don't know why I didn't do them earlier. Will you be shocked if Yard wins next week? Yes and no is probably the best way I describe it. Yes and no. Probably no. I probably wouldn't be that. Well, I would be shocked, but not like crazy shocked, if you know what I mean. Man, this fight is going to be so good. I just wish they'd get into the ring and get the announcement, get it all done, get them fighting. That's what we want. Man, I'm seeing comments already saying Paul Cook sent me. Thanks, mate. I appreciate that, man, so much. Seriously, I do, man. I appreciate it. Hopefully we get Tankari soon. Because we're 80 off. We're 80 off. I've never had Prime, though. I don't really, like, I tend to just get the bare minimum, to be honest with you, and then I just... Actually, Michael Van Gerwen gave me a great website on Twitter, which I still use, which gives you, if you want to watch TV shows and from Netflix for free, I have it. Yeah, I just can't believe it. I can't believe Errol Spence did that. I can't believe it. I really can't. I hope that... Oh, man. I just really want to see Spence versus Crawford. That's what I want to see. Like, I hope we get it. Jesus, Liam Smith made his pro debut 2008. That's crazy. Eubank's only been pro 9 years. Seems way longer. But 2008, so he's been pro now for what? 14 years? Jesus, it's a long time. I never knew your thoughts on the Batman. Did you like it? Yes, but it's not got any. It's the Dark Knight trilogy is just... that's the gold standard. I did like it. It was good. I did, but you know, I loved Christopher Nolan's, and I'll always be kind of thinking, nah, Christopher Nolan's was better. But I did like Batman. I did like it. I have to say, no, it was a good watch. It was a good watch. That website has so many shows on it. Like I don't watch a lot of TV, but if I do, like, it's if I think it's something that I want to watch, it's there. It's crazy. It's just like there. It's free. It's brilliant. I love it. Yeah, Riddler was brilliant. It was brilliant in it. It was a good movie, like it was. To watch also, or just talking about the fight. Yeah, we're watching along with the fight, mate. So there's no footage of it. We're just fight's on over there. We're talking about it here and watching all along the way. Hey G man, enjoy the card. Adam of Yorkshire. Can't see anything but a Eubank win. Yeah, neither can I. He's really good at fighting smaller guys, low pressure fighters, and Smith is a welterweight. That he is. I think the ring walks are going to be starting now in a minute. Hopefully, anyway. This is what I always don't like about doing these. Is like you're so anxious for the fight, and they just drag the ring walk out. It's just like, please, just let the flipping ring walk happen. If you want to see it, boom, you're gone. Smith by split decision. You know, if this fight is controversial, it could be a really late one then, because we could have a you-know-what amount to talk about. Could be a long one. That's what I'll say. Could be a flipping long one. Liam Smith will go to the ring first. Boom, look at that. Oh shit. 149 likes. Boom. So we've been doing well with the likes the last few days. And we're only 80 subs off 10k. Boom. Do you know what, right? I think we recoup the pay-per-view in this stream. I think all the super chats I've got, because it's 25 quid in Irish money, I think we've recouped the pay-per-view. So you've done me a big one there, Daz. Don't worry. I've never watched any of the Creed movies, to be honest with you. I have no real intention of... I don't like boxing movies, if I'm honest with you, mate. I like Cinderella Man. I like Raging Bull. I liked The Fighter. That's it. That's it. Oh yeah, and I like The Harder They Fall from the 50s. That's it. They're the only boxing movies I like. The rest of them, I'm just like, nah. They're not for me. I don't like them. I just don't know why. So no, I won't be watching. I will be watching Creed 3. Haven't seen the first one or the second one, and I won't be watching the third. Is the answer to that? Liam Smith looks. The fight should be like they're doing the ring walks now, so the MEN is not a long ring walk. So hopefully we're talking in the next 5 minutes because there shouldn't be any national anthems being played. It's no title on the line. So hopefully it's a case of in the next 5 minutes we are go. Thunderbirds are go in the next 5 minutes. Hopefully. I had a girl on the brain the dough. Liam Smith looks confident, I'll give him that. Hope you good. I'm brilliant, man. I've been in real good. I think I'll tell you more in review of the week. A lot of good stuff. Really, really good stuff. I remember being at the Wembley Arena, and obviously I got to go backstage. And I mean, like, when I say I was bricking it, I was bricking it because there was wires everywhere. And I was so afraid that I'd hit one of them and knock the set off. They're unrealistic boxing movies. Cinderella Man is good. That's probably my favorite. I loved Cinderella Man. Not a big Russell Crowe fan. You know, I don't know what he's like as a person, but as an actor, I've never really, like, as an actor, I've always just watched Russell Crowe and been like, ugh. But yeah, he was great in Cinderella Man. But I've never, like, that's the only movie I've seen of Russell Crowe I've really been impressed in. The rest of the time when I see movies, I'm just like, ugh. Never really been a big Russell Crowe fan. You got a bird. Man, I never tell girls I have a YouTube channel. It's funny. I could probably be doing a lot better if I did, but I never do because I always just kind of leave that to one side. It's weird. I never do. But Liam Smith, he looks focused. He does look focused. It's going to be interesting. Liam Smith is, out of all the Smith brothers, Liam is my favorite because I think he's the fighter out of them all. I have a lot of time for Liam Smith. A lot of time for him. Let's see how we go. Callus Sauerland in the ring. I'd say he's been loving life backstage. I'd say he hoovered the old dressing room clean before he came out there. You know. How you doing? You are not entertained. Oh God. Oh good Lord. Will Smith in Ali was horrendous. Honestly, like that really. I watched Ali and didn't really like it, but Will Smith as Ali, oh my God, that was awful. That was awful. And thank you for the 179. I appreciate that so much. Yeah, that was just the fakest slap you'd ever see. But yeah, no, Will Smith in them. The only movie I think I've ever seen that I actually liked Will Smith in was The Pursuit of Happiness. That was a good movie. If you've never seen The Pursuit of Happiness with Will Smith, that was actually a good movie. And he done well in that. That's the only time I've ever seen Will Smith in a movie and actually thought, yeah, that was good. But him as Ali, oh good Lord, that was horrendous. That was awful. It really was. Oh no, that wasn't good at all. But yeah, Pursuit of Happiness is a good watch. If you've never seen Pursuit of Happiness, I'd recommend it. It's a good watch. Eubank Jr. getting ready to come to the ring. Made the boxing Rocky look like Willie Pep putting on a clinic. No, Will Smith was Fresh Prince and The Pursuit of Happiness. They're the only two things Will Smith's ever done that have been good. Have Sky now? No, well, I've had it muted most of the night, so I don't know if they had. Knock on the door, and Eubank Jr. is going to come to the ring. It's going to be good. Chris Eubank Jr. makes his way to the ring. Oh man, I can't wait for this fight. Honestly, I cannot wait for this fight, lads. And which is we on now? We're on. Okay, so we might very well actually for the last say 25 minutes get a bit of life in here. We might have some life in the old phone yet. And what I mean by that is just get the proper mic plugged in. Oh man, I can't wait for this fight. You know when you get I haven't had the big fight. It's like, yes. I didn't like I Am Legend. I didn't like I Am Legend. Not just Will Smith. I just didn't like the movie. Didn't like I Am Legend at all. Did not like it. It wasn't just Will Smith. The movie wasn't just. I was just like, ugh, I Am Legend. I watched it and I was just like, meh. It's one of those movies. I Am Legend is one of them movies where you watch it and you're just like, you've seen it and you're just like, meh. Yes, I've seen it. Focus as well. That's another Will Smith movie. He starred Margot Robbie in it. I watched that in the cinema when it came out. It was like, meh. It's a real kind of. And again, nothing wrong with Will Smith or Margot Robbie in it per se. It was just one of those movies where you just watch it and you're like, all right, I've seen it now and that's it. You're letting me know when they're in the ring. Getting me through the 10 minutes. Yeah, I know. I hate the previews too. That's one thing that's good about it here. Suggesting that everyone thinks Eubank is going to win, but I hope Will Smith puts on a clinic. Hancock, I've never seen Hancock. No, Eubank Jr. is making his ring walk now, so give it another couple of minutes. I would say he'll do this ring walk, be over in the next minute or so. They'll get the announcements. Yeah, there is nothing wrong with Margot, right? In terms of that department. Yeah, the zone might be better. It might be better for that, though. They could have, a slightly quicker connection to where you are, mate. Who's commentating for the zone in the States, actually? Is it Todd Grisham? Todd Grisham's all right. He's all right. Don't mind Todd Grisham too much. Was good. Yeah. Lots of things. Went on too long. Happens to many shows. Yeah. See, some shows I think they end them too early. They could do another season or two, but then there's some shows that just go on. Like 2.5 Men, like that went on way too long. I gave up watching after Charlie Sheen went off the rails. They dragged that show out too long. They literally that show became unfunny before he left. To be fair, actually, probably they should. After about 6-7 years, they should have axed it, and that was done. Yeah, I never watched that '70s show, but I know of it. Grisham, Mannix, and the usual. I don't like that. The zone team in America is not terrible, but oh god, the British zone team, they are just low. That's what when I hear the Mike Costello one comment, it's just like, oh, it's like Mr. Burns. Right. How far are they making the announcements? I could probably go there with it. Probably hear that. It should be okay. All right, they're making the announcements now. Happy. We're getting somewhere. 2 hours we've been under. Jesus Christ. Don't miss it. Don't miss the 2 hours going by. Look at that. Oh my God. 77 off. We're 77 subs off, lads. Lads, we're hitting it this week. I'm telling you now, we're hitting it this week. 77 off. Got 50 subs in the last day. That's what you do. We're hitting it this week, lads. We are. We're fucking hitting it this week. Don't care if I swear. We're hitting it this week. Ben Shalom. Oh my God. He just has. Oh man. Ben Shalom and Callie Sauerland. You got one guy who is just full of charisma, and you have the other guy who just has the Thoughts on Love the Neighbor? Is a movie? I've never seen it if it is, or even heard of it. So here we go. They're announcing, I think, getting ready to announce Chris Eubank Jr. And then we're underway, lads. We're underway. 12 rounds of boxing. Could either go... I think it's going to go the distance. I think it will. But would a knockout surprise me? Not necessarily. I can't get over he's 34. I'd love to get 10k tonight. Flipping love it. Maybe I could do it tonight or tomorrow. With a good stream tomorrow, we could very well get it. We could very well get it with a good stream tomorrow. We may very well do it. We may very well. I'd love it if we did. I really would. I'd absolutely love it if we did. Just subscribe, mate. Says 9.92. Yeah, I think I've got 9,924, 25 now. So get there, man. Get there. Less than 80, and we're at 10k. God almighty, that 10 is going to look just, oh man. I will go out, I will find a place where I have a bottle of champagne, and I will have a nice glass. I don't drink champagne normally, but I'll have a glass of champagne this time. 100%. Right, here we go. Both guys are getting the instructions from the referee. I think it's Marcus McDonald. No, that's not Marcus McDonald. That could be Victor Loughlin, I think, actually. Let's see. Oh boy. Can't wait for this lad. Right. Let's have some fun. I'll tell you exactly when this starts. Both guys are ready. Both guys standing there. And here we go. Liam Smith, guard up. Eubank Jr. Popping the jab early. First time in a year he's been in the ring. And already he's worked that jab. Roy Jones-esque. The way he stands is very reminiscent of Roy Jones. Not as good as Roy Jones, but reminiscent. Very reminiscent. He's looking to counter Liam Smith on the way in. Liam Smith, good jab from Eubank. Straight off the bat. Gets through the guard of Liam Smith. He has the reach. And it looks like he's using it straight off the bat. Looking good from Eubank. Left hand down low. That is a very, very important thing. If you have that down low, you can hook off that, and it actually makes the opponent have to second guess where the shot's coming from. Because he's looking down, or it could be up, because you can move that hand up. So it's a very, very good thing to do, is hold that left hand down low, but it puts you at risk. And Liam Smith tried to launch an attack there, but Eubank Jr. not letting him. He looks the bigger guy in there, does Eubank Jr. by quite some margin. Liam Smith, of course, coming up from 154 pounds. Not really done anything of note here in this first round. A known slow starter is Liam Smith. It has to be taken into consideration. Eubank Jr., the polar opposite, can start fast, can start ferociously. If Liam Smith starts slow, this could be a quick night. He takes another jab from Eubank, showing good accuracy early on with the jab. A punch that in his early career he neglected. He never really used. Now under Roy Jones, late on in his career, he's becoming a student of the game. He's using the jab a lot more, and to good effect. In a clinch. Not really anything as significant as landed. We're a minute and 50 seconds into the first round. Eubank with the jab. Liam Smith trying to find his way in, but not having success. And he knows that Eubank is going to keep him at bay with that jab. He knows that, but Liam Smith lands a little shot, puts Eubank a bit off balance there. Liam Smith, an excellent pressure fighter, has to be said. High guard, makes Eubank miss. Good head movement. And like that, Eubank's head movement, but Liam Smith catches him with a right hand. Backs Eubank up again the ropes. Aggressive start by both guys. Good work from both guys. With that low left hand, he's going to want to be careful, Eubank. If Liam Smith could throw a jab to the body and follow through with a right hand, it's going to leave him exposed. He takes a little counter right hand from Eubank there, just his head was in the air. Short right hand on the inside from Eubank. Some inside fighting going on. This is where both guys are at their strong suit. Eubank Jr. likes it up close. He likes getting the short shots off. And I wonder, is he seeing any opportunities to land an uppercut on Eubank yet? His signature punch, his money punch. The punch that has been so successful, knocked out Avni Yildirim. But a great first round from Eubank. Not much from Smith, but a faster start than I think we've seen from him in the past. More informative than most. Well, thank you, mate. Thank you. First round in the bank for Eubank Jr. Not much really went on, it has to be said. It's a bit of a feeling out round. But Eubank did more of what he wanted. We see Joe McNally in the corner, Russ Amber, who is, I believe, the CEO of Rival, doing the cuts, as often does for the Smith brothers. Look at the jab, a lovely jab from Eubank, and able to block the shots that are coming back from Liam Smith. Liam Smith trying to land the right hand. Now, when Anthony Fowler tried to keep it at long range in their fight, he obviously did have some issues. Chris Eubank Jr. has a longer reach, and I think he's just a better fighter than Fowler. So the success Fowler had, what could Eubank Jr. do? It's a round at the bank for Eubank. However, Liam Smith's done better than Liam Williams. He was already down at this point in their fight last year. As we go into round two, the head movement. And look at that, straight into a hook Liam Smith walks into. He tends to move a lot to the left, Liam Smith. If you notice that, you'll see his head move often to the left more so, which does take away his peripheral vision on that side. So he could be open to a couple of left hooks from Eubank Jr. And Eubank, on his toes, Roy Jones-esque almost. The left hand down low, moving around the ring, right hand goes in, he gets out of dodge very quickly. Look, some good speed here. Some very good speed from Eubank and some nice little fast combinations. Liam Smith needs to improve his game. He's trying to punch with Eubank, but Eubank is getting out of dodge. There's no trying to punch with someone if he's moving around the ring constantly. You're just going to be hitting fresh air. Walks into a right hand from Eubank, but backed up against the ropes. Left hand goes in from Liam Smith. Overhand right just misses, but he's trying to back Eubank up against the ropes. That's a punch to the back. The referee won't allow that, and rightfully steps in and is going to give both of them a telling. Yep, gives them both warning about that. As we go back to the ring, the jab has been something. I thank you for the £5. Actually, I really appreciate that. The jab has been something again that Eubank has neglected. Eubank's been beaten by the jab in his career in this very building by George Rose, but he's not being beaten by it. He's the one beating Liam Smith with it. He's catching Liam Smith a lot with it, but Liam Smith tried to do some work, can't land the uppercut. Eubank Jr. gets out of dodge, looking very polished in there, very refined, very patient. The work with Roy Jones has been excellent. One would ask, if this Eubank turned up against Conor Benn, how long would Conor Benn last? The question is, how long before he gets KO'd, not how long would he last? Eubank looking very impressive in there. And Liam Smith, again, looking for openings, looking to get his work off. Headlock is good from Liam Smith, but he's doing nothing with it. Just has the high guard, waiting to launch an attack, but Eubank won't let him. He's letting him come to him. He's punching and he's moving. And again, gets out of dodge. If Liam Smith wants to land a counter attack, he can't, because his target is gone. And his target is moving well. And he's moving around the ring. He's keeping his head nice off center line as well. Really, really impressed with what I'm seeing here from Eubank Jr. Very, very good. Very good so far. Again, Liam Smith, known for starting slow, known for being a fighter who comes into the fight as time goes on. Chris Eubank Jr., in his most recent fight, as he lands some uppercuts, started extremely fast against Liam Williams, but faded down the stretch. Will we see that again in this fight? And Liam Smith, a better fighter than Liam Williams, probably has more in the tank than Liam Williams. Could we see a situation where Eubank pulls the lead out, but the lead gets taken down? More jabs again from Eubank. Not much from Smith. Eubank's defense is on point. Misses with the right hand. Tries to put a bit of pressure as the round ends. He Smith with a bit of a smile on there, but that was definitely a Eubank round. 100%. Eubank looking calm in the corner and listening to Roy Jones. So that's 2 rounds in the bank for Chris Eubank Jr. If he keeps going like this, he's going to win this fight comfortably. And yeah, someone did say torch champagne. I appreciate that. There's 187 in the building. If you could, smash the like button. And if you could, please hit subscribe. Please hit subscribe. Help your boy out. Yes, the fertility clinics. It is quite sad. It's quite, the man is trying to get pregnant. The man is trying to get pregnant, of course. How could anyone doubt that? Conor Bedard. Of course he is. Will he ever cheat? Ha ha ha. Laugh out loud. Yeah. I'm done with talking about that though. I'm not even going to hint on it and review it a week tomorrow. Round 3, underway. Chris Eubank Jr. boxing very well. Someone has Smith 2 rounds up. I don't. I've given Eubank the first 2 rounds. I thought he'd been boxing very well again. He's catching Smith coming in. The high guard that Liam Smith has, it's obviously not as compact as he normally has it. He's trying to get shots off and he's trying to look through the guard. But Eubank is either putting that jab quick through the guard, or even if Liam Smith remotely moves that left hand, there's a jab coming over it. A bit like what Fowler was doing. And this is the round where Anthony Fowler hurt Liam Smith quite badly. Wonder will we see. I'll tell you that it was also the round where Liam Smith finally put his work together. So, what will happen in round 3? Liam Smith again, high guard up, looking to feint. Moves his head there, trying to feint Eubank Jr. to say, you go that way, I'll go the other way, and I'll hit you. But Eubank wise to that. Swing and a miss left hook there. And Liam Smith, punch around the back of the head. Referee won't allow that. He is going to, he's not going to have a word this time. Smith like a young Duran. Liam Smith is an excellent pressure fighter. And you can see why he's had success in his career, but nearly walked into a right hand there that could have spelled curtains for him. Eubank not known for the right hand or bunching, but it's fast, it's accurate, it can hurt you. And the jab again lands on Liam Smith. How punishing are these jabs? That I don't know, but they're fast and they're accurate, and they will add up after a while. And if Liam Smith is barely landing and Eubank's landing the jab, that will be enough to get you through this fight. That'll be enough to win it in the eyes of many who are scoring. But right now, it's a messy round. There's not a lot happening. Good body shot from Liam Smith. And he returns an attack there to Eubank, but Eubank's head movement is on point. He sees these shots coming. He's very relaxed in there. One thing about Eubank in the past is he had a tendency to overthink, to freeze, to force his work. He's not doing that. He's very relaxed. He's composed, a sign of maturity, a sign of experience, and the sign of a confident fighter. He's not having to force his work at all. It's flowing. A very big improvement in Chris Eubank Jr. over the years we've seen. Testament to Roy Jones. A style that at the start didn't look like it would suit him, but now seems to suit quite well as he landed some uppercuts there. Oh yeah, that guy. Again, Jesus Christ. I already blocked him once. That's the funny part. 200 in the building. People, smash the like button, hit subscribe if you're enjoying the commentary. We're going for the 12 rounds. Liam Smith, that's the first jab I've seen him throw. And now launches a body attack, but it's still hit by lovely uppercut from Eubank. The uppercut that he's known for, the uppercut that he's famous for. Tremendous shot. And another one goes in. And I think Liam Smith is going to start feeling it now. If Eubank Jr. is bringing the uppercut into play, Liam Smith is going to have problems. And a nod of the head acknowledgement. A nod of the head and acknowledgement. The uppercut came into play. And if Eubank Jr. decides to bring that uppercut into play more, we are going to see some trouble for Liam Smith. 100%. 201 in the house. I appreciate you all in here. Appreciate you all. Boom. We're getting there, lads. We're getting there. And if you enjoyed the 210 in the building, yes, let's make it 200 likes, people. And let's get your boy up to 10k. Please. 10k would be flipping amazing. The jab from Eubank is on par. It's fast and it's accurate. And Liam Smith, look at that uppercut. Eubank's uppercut is the most developed punch. It's his best punch. And he's developed it over the years, even prior to Roy Jones. So it looks tremendous. It wouldn't do anything, really. The comments should be fine, mate. It wouldn't do too bad. Someone gave the first round to Smith. No, Eubank, for me, is taking all 3 rounds. For me, anyway. Let's get the man. It's actually 70 subs now I need. So Eubank again with the jab. We've seen no knockdowns in this fight. But Eubank working the uppercut a lot more. If he starts using the uppercut, Liam Smith with the high guard, that could spell the end. When someone comes in with a high guard, they're able to block straight shots, but uppercuts. But look at this. Liam Smith working on. Down goes Eubank. Yeah, his legs are gone. He's on shaky legs. Eubank, he doesn't know where he is. Is the referee going to let this carry on? Oh, I didn't see this coming at all. Eubank, the iron shins. Liam Smith going in for the kill. Body shots, hooks. He's down again. Eubank's down again. And legs are all over the place. It's over. It is over. The fight has been stopped. Eubank going for Liam Smith again. They're having to pull him aside. Liam Smith knocks out Chris Eubank Jr. in the 4th round. People, that wasn't in the script. Wow. Wow. The iron-chinned Chris Eubank Jr. has been knocked out by Liam Smith. Good. That was not in the script. Wow. Wow. Ho, ho, ho. And again, the Manchester Arena, a fortress that Chris Eubank Jr. has been to and has tasted defeat. He tastes it again. Whoa. Whoa. Let's have a look at the replay. Holy shit. I mean, wow. And Eubank Jr., magnanimous in defeat, congratulates Liam Smith. But, wow. Wowsy, wowsy, wowsy. I was not expecting that, obviously. Wow. And he was looking so good. Let's have a look-see at this replay. I mean, that was... Liam Smith is on top of the world, and rightly so. Down goes Frazier. People, let's just... Wow. I mean... Wow. And the referee could have called a halt to the contest after the first knockdown. It would not have went down well, but he wouldn't have been out of... He could have been given a pass on that one. Let us have a look-see at this replay before we do a post-fight review. Could we get a rematch? Potentially. Liam Smith has launched himself into the stratosphere. With that, Chris Eubank Jr., almost 4 years to the day. It was February 18th, 2018, in the MEM, the Manchester Arena. Lost to George Groves. 5 years later, actually, correction. Almost 5 years later, he loses to Liam Smith with a very swollen eye. Wow. And he looks devastated. He really does. Wow. Let's have a look at this replay before we call time. That was... and he doesn't know what to make of it, nor I. Wow. Blimey. I was not expecting that, lads. I was expecting that. I really wasn't. Maybe, as someone pointed out, a move to 168 pounds needs to happen. How long could he have made 168? And outmatches in the chat. What has happened? Good Lord, that was... Let's have a look at the replay. Liam Smith with the pressure. And uppercut lands. It didn't look that devastating, but a right hand gets through the guard and puts Eubank Well, that didn't put him down. He nearly went down. The combination finished Eubank off, and a big uppercut that scrambled the senses, followed by a left hook. Down went Chris Eubank Jr. Down went Chris Eubank Jr. First time in his career he has ever touched canvas. He gets to his feet on very unsteady legs, and the referee would not have been wrong to call a halt to it then and there. He would not have been wrong to call a halt to it then and there. That uppercut, the uppercut that Chris Eubank Jr. is famous for throwing, is the punch that leads to his downfall. And Liam Smith didn't need a second invitation. He jumped on Eubank. Eubank went down. The referee could easily have stopped the fight then and there. He could have easily have stopped the fight then and there. He didn't. Down goes Eubank again, and the referee calls a halt to the contest, and I agree with his decision. Will we get a rematch? There was a rematch clause, lest we forget. And Eubank, legs still rubbery, legs still all over the place, still wanting to go. There was a rematch clause in place for this fight. Will we get a rematch? Will we get a rematch? People, there's 261 of you in the building. If you're enjoying the content, if you're enjoying this watch along, please feel free to hit your boy up, hit subscribe. It's 261 of you. There's bound to be someone who's not sub. Hit subscribe as well. What a match! The like button. It escalated quick outmatch. Mate, Eubank was winning this fight 3 rounds to zip. I don't know how this happened. There is a rematch, and Liam Smith ate it, and so he should be. So he should be. This is a real case of, would you call it cherry picking gone wrong? Liam Smith with the win. And congratulations to Liam Smith. I did not expect this. I didn't expect it, but wow. Wowsy, wowsy, wow. What to do. I think we need to do a post-fight review. I need to do that. And I think we need to, good Lord, I think we need to, oh boy, we need to maybe go live again this evening. I think we need to, and I see someone post something that, yeah, well, I kind of agree with it. I agree. I saw someone post something about this, and it's like, well, kind of got to agree with you there. Got to agree with you there on that one. Don't do these things. But wow, I mean, well done. Congratulations once again to Liam Smith. Absolutely fantastic for him to get his moment. But boy, Eubank versus Smith, I just can't believe it. Shocked. Would I have ruled Liam Smith out of winning? No. But in this fashion, by knockout, I didn't think this would happen, personally. I really didn't. And yeah, I am very, very, very surprised to have seen this. I can't believe it. I really can't believe this happened. I did not think this would happen. But credit to Liam Smith. Liam Smith he's done things the hard way, hasn't he? He's not done things. He's been world champion, but he's done it the hard way. I'm watching this again here, and it beggars belief still that this happened. I can't believe it. I might go live again, but for now, lads and lassies, I'm going to call it here. I'm going to do my post-fight review. I hope you can all lock in for it. There's 260 of you in the building. On the way out, if you could, I enjoyed this. We all had fun. If you could, on the way out, lads, smash the old like button. Hit subscribe, of course, if you haven't already. And yeah, I upset of the year so far. But if that's an indication to how the year is going to go, I think we're in a good place for the year. I think we're in a very good place for the year. So people, I'm going to do a post-fight review. If I go live, I'll talk to you in a week. If not, peace. I enjoyed it tonight, by the way, lads. Thanks for everyone. And last of all, before I say anything else, thank you to Paul Cook for the recommendation. I greatly appreciate that. I really, truly do. If you haven't already, hit subscribe.